I don't even know what
Sorry.
move that was, to be honest. Well, what do you guys think about Authors of Pain and Karrion Kross? Because if I had the song right now and then the little music thing, I'd play it. The boys are back in town. Holy crap, man. I'm excited. Dude, I've been asking for the longest time for Karrion Kross to have a really good storyline in WWE, to actually give this guy, put the rocket on Karrion Kross, because I think, contrary to popular belief, I think Karrion Kross could be a star, a big star in WWE, and a big game
Yeah.
changer in WWE. Authors of Pain, right up there. I've been preaching that for years, ever since their days in NXT, and then they left, and I was like, where the fuck have these guys been? Like, we need them back. Finally, everything comes full circle. The first week of 2024, holy fuck. This is awesome. What do you guys think?
It's awesome. It's definitely like a breath of fresh air. It's familiarity, definitely, but it's like I never understood where they went. I don't know why they like were off TV. I don't know the story behind that, but I'm glad they're back because they were one of the more interesting like tag teams. Just these two big buff dudes that could go out and wreck anyone. And
One of the better ladder matches, too, with DIY. Remember that one?
I remember that, and it's like I wish, oh, the NXT tag team division is probably the greatest tag team division I've ever seen ever. Just can never be replicated. Anytime if I could get more of that, like bring back maybe not Enzo and Cass, but like American Alpha or just especially yeah. I mean but anyways, besides the point, it's good to actually see some of that talent that we were all in love with back then, maybe getting some love now. Maybe that won't be jokes this time. Maybe this is a sign of you, because that's Triple H. That's
Yeah.
100% his call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are his boys, man.
Yeah. That was a project of his, and then Karen Cross. I agree with you. Like he stays in the limelight.
Mhm.
I think in the beginning we thought he was getting a little overhyped, and he just seemed like a really. I don't think it would be wrong to compare him to like a test situation. Like back in the day, just that kind of type. But he,
I would lean you know what? I'll take that one. I'll say Tess.
he reminds me of Test. I mean, just this big, tall guy, and who at times I don't,
Got the
they don't know
valet.
what to do with him. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. The valet.
Valet. Oh, Scarlet,
The
Scarlet, Scarlet.
valet.
The valet, exactly. And but like they didn't know what to do with Test back then. But maybe this is kind of like, well, Karen Cross is definitely better in a lot of ways. Like
Oh yeah.
I've seen him overall. I think he's definitely got more potential. And then I don't know. It's definitely one of Triple H's darlings. So this might be a good push for him. And I think he's a good enough performer that I don't think he'll buckle under the pressure like we've seen in the past. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm for it.
Hey.
I think it'd be good for good fit for him, to be honest. I don't to be fair, I don't really have any memorable moments from AOP outside of the NXT days. But
Well, those are. No, wait. Let me start real quick. Those are the only fucking memories of AOP
well,
are the NXT days.
there you
Nobody
have it.
remembers their fucking
Yeah.
main roster run because they're horrible.
But if they play their cards right with AOP and him, they could potentially have a run with the Bloodline if the Bloodline doesn't fall out by WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And Solo or whatever his name is,
Would you say?
if he comes to wrestling around on the main roster instead of being a behind the scenes boy, that could be dangerous.
Oh yeah. Although if AOP like joined the bloodline, it'd be over. Just It's just
The bloodline needs to fall, but if it doesn't,
like
the bloodline story is getting stale. But that's a whole nother. That's a whole
You know what? Hey, before WrestleMania comes around, I think we need to have another conversation and go over theories about that whole or what happens with the bloodline after WrestleMania, because that's not too far off of a crazy idea to once AOP is done, or what I guess once Karrion Kross is done with AOP can go over maybe be a next iteration. Now, again, I don't like derivative. You know, like I didn't like the new DX when in 2006 when they came back. They had some funny promos, like the whole, Vince likes cocks and shit like that. But when it comes to bringing them back, to me, it was a more like watered down version of DX. It wasn't nowhere near the old DX that we had. It didn't have the same feel. So when it comes to the bloodline, I do feel like if you want to keep that storyline at least a little bit strong, or at least alive, it wouldn't be too far off. Maybe later on down the road to pair up AOP with Solo Sikoa. So I don't know. Kind of got me thinking a little bit, man. But either way, man, like I said, people, they hate on Karrion Kross. They say, oh, he's not that great. Oh, he messes up moves, blah, blah. But yet you guys will watch something like
yes. Press 2, 3.
Yeah. So miss me with that bullshit.
pretty bad.